Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. I'm playing a Gray Mega Collection 4 with Spike Chike, Pain, and Agrippina. So let's dive into this. Um, Veterinary Intern is a card. Storehouse Steward, taking stuff from food accumulation spaces. Peon is solid. Cabinet owner, plate improvements with a wood cost, and then there's small scale farmer. I mean, I could do something with small scale farmer and hill farmer. Is that the way to start? Like, it feels like taking that puts me really all in on getting the other card back. And Payne loves cards like small scale farmer, so I don't know if I should assume it's going to get past him. I don't know if I want to take Peon when I might wheel Family Physician. I think the question is like first pick cabinet owner or hill farmer. I think that's what I'm looking at here. Deliveryman's whatever. Um, I could first pick cabinet owner, but I think I'm gonna take hill farmer. I think hill farmer opens up some interesting options. Oh man, this is kind of a rough start to the draft. I mean, I could take experienced farmer and try to wheel past her. I could just take diplomat here. I mean, I have hill farmer. I could play hill farmer and experienced farmer together. That is a hill farmer, plow twice, play experienced farmer. That is a thing that you can do. Pickler. I like Pickler. Harvest one additional grain. Don't care. Pioneer's okay. Oh, Swamp Farmer is kind of interesting if I think the sow space is something I'll want to do because I'm plowing early. I think I'm probably taking Pickler here. I like Pioneer, but I don't think Pioneer is better than Pickler here. Hmm. Primitive man, eh? But there's also Giant and there's also Nutrition Expert. I really like Nutrition Expert. Um, I really like Nutrition Expert. Um, but Primitive Man means 1 wood per round. And like Hill Farmer can kind of feed me while doing that. But I think I take Nutrition Expert. Yeah, the other option is Giant for doubling family growth without room, but Nutrition Expert's the kind of card that I want to see. It gives me a reason to like focus my draft. Um, it gives me actually a payoff. Like I kind of took small house cards without having a payoff for them, and this is a good payoff. So I mean, Hill Farm is just a solid card. It doesn't have to be a 2-room strategy. You can just play. You just play Hill Farmer. It's all right. This is not the collection of cards I expected to come back here. Small scale farmer, delivery man, cabinet owner. I mean, I think the pick is just small scale farmer. The question now is going to be, how do I use this wood? Because I have wood from Pickler, I have wood from small scale farmer. Is it build a room? Pastor comes back. Tenant farmer, though, with nutrition expert is incredible. Tenant farmer with nutrition expert is really good. Pastor is like, if I'm going to go into building a room. Am I going to go into building a room? Is that a thing that I'll want to do? Tenant farmer seems perfect with nutrition expert. Most recent round card from Pioneer. Surprised to see this here 7th. I mean, if I'm only building one room at most, Swamp Farmer really is not good. So Pioneer, I could take Boar when it flips. With Tenant Farmer, I could take 1 Cattle when it flips. Those are not great, but it is a thing I can do. Like, I don't know, the Experienced Farmer also gets me 1 Boar and 1 Cattle. But, like, what are the odds that I actually do anything with Margrave? Pretty low, probably. Unless I get Lighthouse, but even then, I don't know. Maybe I'll get a combo with Pioneer. Okay. Good cards here. Really good cards here. Like, I love wheeling Holiday Present. I love wheeling. Yeah, I might wheel Field Extension. I think I'm probably between one of these 3. And it's probably not Straw Thatched Roof. So it's probably between one of these 2. It's probably between Graydon Card and Clay Supports. Grain card is generally better when you have actions and you're going to build ovens. Um, I'm going to be tight on actions. I'm going to be really wanting to sow the grain and vegetable from Experienced Farmer in stage 3, and then harvesting them in stage 4, and then stage 5, and then hopefully at the start of stage 5 would be when I activate Nutrition Expert, most likely. That's probably the most likely sequence for this game. Although playing Nutrition Expert in 10 and getting an activation in 11 does help you in that harvest. The fact that I'm getting multiple cows from Experienced Farmer and Tenant Farmer, I think tells me that I should try to be a bit more ambitious with Nutrition Expert. It's still not clear to me that Grain Card is the way to be ambitious. I really like Field Extension here. I think Field Extension looks really good here. But I don't know, maybe I get it back. I think I take Clay Supports. To me, this reads as a setup nutrition expert and then build like 3 clay rooms and then just family growth, family growth, family growth, 12, 13, 14. Like it reads to me like that kind of a game. Renovation company? Perfect. Seems perfect. Right? Get my reno. Um, I'm gonna theoretically have a good amount of wood with small scale farmer and pickler. Maybe I don't play pickler because I'm planning to cash in veggies. Yeah, nothing else that I seriously consider here. Veranda. Nah, it's fine. Renovation company. Okay. Acquisition list. Gets me a second grain and vegetable. But this is the kind of hand that really does not want to spend extra actions to get the food needed for acquisition list. And it's not clear to me that I'm going to be swimming in food. I would say probably not. Could just take allegory. Allegory kind of replaces the need to play tenant farmer. I mean, playing tenant farmer is okay. Maybe replaces the need to play experienced farmer if I somehow get like a really good green vegetable source here, which I did not. Proofing jar is okay. I think proofing jar is the pick, and I hope to wheel grain cart here. I don't think I should wheel grain cart because it's a very good card, but like I don't know. My first pack didn't come back to me the way I thought it might in the Ox, so who knows? Srothat Stroop here, I think. Over Winter Deadwood. Yeah, Srothat Stroop versus Reed Beds, and it's pretty obviously Srothat Stroop. Um, is Birthstone good here? If I do the grow in 12, 13, 14 thing, Birthstone like replaces the need for me to get to a stone. Like it lets me partially get to a stone house, right? It lets me pay 3 stone for 3 points as opposed to 5 for 5 or 4 for 4, depending on how the clay supports goes. Um, no, this is just fish farm, isn't it? Yeah. Fish farm to really get the crops going. Because if my source of crops is experienced farmer, that's too late for nutrition expert. I will need fish farm like because I need like multiple grain and vegetable fields. And if I'm not going to do a sow in stage 2, right, which I may not. I may not do a sow in stage 2. And there is the boar hunter, walrus hunter out there, so okay, I guess I'll take acquisition list. All right, I'm in the 4 seat. Would love to get Ock here, but Mike playing an Ock means it's very unlikely because Payne loves playing occupations. He's gonna play his like Walrus Hunter here, or something like that. But I mean, 3 wood is not a bad action. I just, of course, would like to get my small scale farmer down as soon as possible. Yeah, Pain Primitive Man. You could have seen that one coming. Oh, my mouse is being annoying. I think it's the way that I rest my finger when I'm in standing mode. I don't get good clicks in. Oh. Oh. Um, Eating a food is an okay action. But, like, why do I want that? So I can play flea market at some point? I don't really want 2 clay. I want much more than 2 clay. Could have maybe taken a grain. Was that the option? Get my small scale farmer down. I'm just gonna backdoor into first room, aren't I? That's totally how this game is going. Absolutely how this game is going. Yeah, I totally am just gonna backdoor into this room, aren't I? Okay, that's what you guys are giving me. Mike getting a cattle here. Wonder if he's playing veterinary in turn. Didn't pass him. Trying to think of reasons to get an early cattle. Don't really think I passed him any. And the fact that he turned to clay, well, okay, maybe he still builds a cooking hearth with his second move. He could still do that. Yeah, he has delivery man, right? I was gonna say he's not building a hearth, so he's not gonna eat it, but no, he has the delivery man clay available to him. I mean, if these guys force me to build a room, guess I'll do it under protest. It's looking like experienced farmer is dead. When I took the food read, it was pretty much dead then. I could still play hill farmer here. Like I could play hill farmer into plow, like that's fine. But most likely, it's really looking like I'm just gonna build a room. Yeah, as these guys keep pushing me off of the occupation space, like okay. I mean, I think I probably won't voluntarily build a room in 4. Like I'm probably gonna try to push it to 5 if I can. Yeah, so this is where the food read pays off because I get to start player flea market here. Got to be unoccupied, right? Yeah. I think I'd probably put it on plow. And I'll hill farmer plow next round. And Mike can read stone food build. But if he does, he's risking losing the fireplace action. I probably don't want to do that. Plus wood again. Yeah, letting Mike be the one to jump me, I'm not too jazzed about. We could also see Payne play Brushwood Collector here. Mike's gonna fireplace. Perfect. So that means I can potentially build here in 5. And if I build if I grow early, the experienced farmer doesn't really matter. Because I'll just have actions to take grain and vegetable multiple times or sow a bunch. Alright, let's see what it is. It's stone. Sheep flipped into Payne played cabinet owner. So I have no chance of competing for cabinet owner if I build wood rooms because I just won't play these 2 cards. Do I care about that? I could just 5 clay plow here. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think that's what I'm going to do. The synergy between Tenant Farmer and Allegory is too strong here to pass up on doing some crazy early fencing with fueled by Small Scale Farmer and Hill Farmer. If I knew 100% Family Growth was going to flip in 6, I build every time. Given that it's a 50% chance it's not until 7, I think I just lose if I build here and Family Growth is in 7. Like, I really think I'm in a bad spot. I just lose to Mike. I just lose to Mike in that situation. Because Mike grows in 8 after I start player for him twice. Or once. Yeah. Hard to say. Hard to say. Payne played 5 rings and paid wood for 5 rings. That's pretty uncommon. You don't see that all the time. Do I play Experienced Farmer here? It gets me a grain in 7 and a vegetable in 9. It's probably an act. One of those is probably an action I would do anyways. Like, probably taking a second of one of those things is something I would consider doing. And I have the food now. Now that I'm on plow mode, I have the food for it. Guest room here for Agrippina. Okay. And perfect guest room for the rest of the game. Yeah, nice. That if I had guest room, I would have just Hill Farmer plowed at the beginning of the game, no matter what. And it is Family Growth in 7. It is growth in 7, so I feel pretty vindicated. I feel that I feel like I made the right call. Let's throw down Experienced Farmer here. So it's cattle, cattle. For sheep, VG, right? Did I minus food? No. So I think I'm going to take a vegetable and sow in in stage 3. So stage 3, I'll take a vegetable and sow. So I probably want to be sowing a grain and a vegetable. Is that true? Payne is going to want to take fishing next round, right? Because Payne's on the feeding without improvements life. No, not anymore because he played 5 rings. So I don't know. So I have enough resources right now to play Proofing Jar acquisition list and build 3 rooms with Renovation Company. So I think any further resource grabs should either be stone or they should be stone for the well or stone house or wood. And really what I want is wood. I just want a ton of wood. Agrippino is start player guild hall here. That's very kind of Mike. No. Yeah. Wasn't Payne start player last round? Yeah, that was a bit kind of Mike, but that happens. Not a big deal. So yeah, I think I want to be sowing 2 grain and a vegetable. Mike's got animal breeder. Okay. I'm a bit confused about why Mike didn't build the cooking hearth. Like, was he protecting against somebody else? With the animal breeder, cooking hearth seems like the play, especially with a cattle on your farm already. I wonder if he's protecting. He was protecting against someone else building the fireplace and taking the sheep in the next round. That probably was it. And I get yeah, protecting against the guild hall a little bit maybe if you know about Agrippina's guild hall. Although I have a hard time imagining guild hall going third when everyone knows about cabinet owner. Getting the well and playing an Ock here is nice for Agrippina. Nile farmer. Take exactly 3 food, he can plow a field. I get a wood round 7. I assume I took one in round 6. Yeah. So this is 3 wood. Three wood plow. What about fencing here? Maybe this is the round of fence 14. I threaten Mike's animals if I do that. But Payne's already threatening Mike's animals. I'm definitely not going to want to go back to the fence space. How many more fields do I want? If I'm going to do 2 more fields and 3 rooms, I can fence. I can do all my fencing with this action. Yeah, okay. Maybe this is the play. Fence 14. And this is the terrible orientation. This should be up here. Yeah. Like so. Round 8 plus wood. Because now if I do 2 more fields, they go here. And rooms can go around the corner, and this space could be a field or a room. So I'm going to want to take vegetable and sow next round as my 2 actions. So I should play everything else with that in mind. Do I take 3 wood here? If I want to play allegory, like I need a lot of wood to do this stuff. Tells me I need to keep taking wood. It also takes wood off the table for my opponents. Getting multiple grain fields is also less important now because of the straw thatched roof not mattering because of my read actions early. I think I need the second grain to do proofing jar though. Proofing jar is gonna feed me once I've built rooms, right? Because like it's a non-bow with small scale farmer. But those rounds are also nutrition expert rounds. Hmm. What's my alternative here? Just playing tenant farmer? That doesn't seem right. Kind of Kind of feels like I really need a nutrition expert activation in 11 to feed this game. Agrippina playing an Awk here. I'm gonna have no food in 10 for playing nutrition expert. So it seems like I'm gonna have to play proofing jar. Ah! It's not a nombo. Small scale farmer started the round. right? Before this, at the start of the round, yes. Proofing jar checks work phase only. Okay, so I can play proofing jar in 10, get food. Okay, all right. Okay. If family growth had flipped in 5, my traveling player's food and a read action looks okay, but it's looking pretty bad now. The fact that I got that read and won't be using it for so long. Part of it was just being fourth in a couple rounds, like just having to take what's left for me. Like I could have taken 2 wood with those actions instead, but then yeah, like I left myself open to having like I could have had family growth round 5 fall into my lap, right? Build grow in 5. I could have had that happen for me. Um, I left myself open to that, but then when that doesn't happen, those moves look pretty bad. Um, because like I have reed here instead of having crops in the ground, as an example. So if I renoed by paying for it, I could clay supports for 2 with my reed. So I would need 9 wood. So if I pick up, say, 3 more from small scale farmer, that would put me at 8, which is 1 short, which tells me I need 1 more wood somehow. But I would also need 1 more clay. So I need 1 more wood and 1 more clay if I reno plus proofing jar. But if I still do the renovation company thing, like the thing is that would replace the need to play renovation company. But renovation company saves me the clay action because if I play renovation company, I have enough clay for the rest of the game. Feed 4, get a vegetable, plus wood round 10. I can time a fish farm correctly, probably matters. But I mean, it would have to be on family growth. Like, if I'm playing Proofing Jar not on family growth, right? I definitely want Allegory on family growth. I definitely want, yeah, Allegory Fish Farm both on family growth actions. Okay, I have four actions in round 10 in stage 4. One of them is proofing jar. One of them is nutrition expert. Because I definitely want nutrition expert in play at the start of round 12. So what are my other two moves? I definitely want to have a round where I activate proofing jar. So one of my moves can be a crop or resource action. The other one should not be. And it has to be this round because I need the food at the start of. I need the food in 11 to play expert, and it looks like I'm gonna have to eat a raw grain. But if I'm gonna have to eat a raw grain, I could eat a raw grain now to play nutrition expert. That's the other option here, and that lets both of my actions be resource actions. I could eat a raw grain and take 2 sheep for nutrition expert. And then the sheep from this is the sheep here. Yeah, like renovation company doesn't work with the proofing jar. This would be a good place to have pastor, unironically. The other option is skipping on proofing jar and just getting nutrition expert going. Eating a raw grain for nutrition expert and then taking animals. The other way to do this would be to play tenant farmer, but I'm not playing 2 occupations this round. So then my next round could be like plow. So G, I have to eat a raw G to pay. Plus wood round 10 or around 11. Yeah, I might need to plow. I might need to plow actually to have more plowed fields than Mike. And I definitely need to want to. I definitely want to breed. I want to keep collecting experienced farmer. So yeah, plow, and renovation company. But now, yeah. So then this is looking like I'm only. Well, I'm not going to get family growth. I'm not going to get family growth with room in 12, 13, 14. Now what this is looking like is start player renovation company in 11. Hope for family growth without room. If I hit it, great. If not, consider clay supports into build to grow 13, 14, and hope for a family growth without room action. Yeah. Those actions where was forced to take like 2 read early would have been great if I get pushed on. If I get pushed on to build grow in 5, would have been incredible. But the fact that that's not what happened, disaster for me. Pain playing steel plow. So yeah, I definitely have to plow first action here. The other thing that I could have done is in round 2 when I get Awk, I could play Hill Farmer over Small Scale Farmer. The wood has been really important. But the second action, my second actions should have been good with Hill Farmer, and they were not. Also, Pain's on start player already. Pain is on start player already. What does that mean for me? Does that mean I'm playing... means I'm playing Major Minor Renovation Company? Actually, what this really means is that I should be playing clay supports on Reno, which is a disaster. Because I need that. Playing clay supports on Reno when I have no... It's terrible. What if I play Renovation Company, just build a regular clay room? That'd be the other way to go. But I don't have a good way to do that right now. Would Family Growth have been available to me here if I just opened Family Growth Build Grow? But then Pain takes away Experienced Farmer from me. It's not clear to me that that would have been better. I can't even play Renovation Company here. Because Major Minor's blocked. So this action is Tenant Farmer. So I get a sheep in the harvest and then nutrition at the start of 12. Yeah. Eating my vegetables too quickly here. Eating my vegetables way too quickly. Yeah, I think I probably needed to skip small scale farmer when I don't get Awk in the first two rounds, or in round one at least, which is too bad because that wood's been really important. But I can't spend it now because I'm too far behind. Like I could use play allegory, but like then I have all this clay that just doesn't do anything. I think I'd play start player renovation company here. No. I should open plow. I should plow, yeah. Plow basically makes it impossible for Pain to get ahead of me on experienced farmer until 14. I mean, no one else's farms is great. Mike's got a Mike's got a very solid farm. You know, he's gonna fence again, but he's only on three family members. He's gonna have a really good animal score. He's gonna have a really good animal score, but he's still on a cooking hearth, or he's still on a fireplace. Pain start player raft again. Yeah. Okay. Play by play is a trap. Pain, you need exactly two rooms to play that. I have exactly two rooms. So then my 13 is probably build grow. I would take family growth without room if it's given to me. Would I take plow sow? Probably not. This hand really needed a way to play minors. This hand needed like a bargain hunter. If I had like a bargain hunter, this hand would have been incredible. I really need, yeah, I needed a way to play minors without actions for this hand. His proofing jar would have helped me with my feeding, put off nutrition a little bit, would have bought me more time, would have let me get the clay supports and the renovation company down without actions, because those are both full actions for me. Yeah. Probably need to sow this round. But there's no way of getting plow sow because Pain's opening plow sow. So I'm just having to regular sow. So my two actions are like regular sow and build. Mike probably opens sow. Does he open sow? I mean, there's no other action here that I really want, so. Yeah, being fourth in a game with Pain in the game is really sad. Because you just know Pain's playing off round one no matter what. It's the way he plays. Well, I should say fourth when you have an occupation that you want to play in one. I should have abandoned the small scale farmer and just gone hill farmer, experienced farmer in stage one and started to get the fields going. Because that makes my second actions a lot better, like the taking the food and read. But then there was a round where I first moved, took the two read, because that's just what these guys left for me. So, I don't know. I think I was in a rough spot either way. Oh yeah. Like it would be better to build a couple stables here and play something different, but Allegory is the play. That's all I have left. Oh, I don't even get the boar, so I have to nutrition a grain here because Pain wheeled plow. That stinks. So I nutrition the sheep. So I'm gonna lose a point on tenant farmer from the sheep and the boar now because of not getting that boar here. Yeah, it makings of an interesting game here. I'm missing a couple pieces. Yes. Missing a couple pieces. Missing a way to play minors because I drafted minors that require full actions. Like I drafted minors. I drafted minors that don't get played on the family growth spaces at the end of the game after building a couple times. So that was an error on my part. My Mike with Giant Diplomat here. Nice. Yeah, well played by Mike. Good game. I don't think Agrippina is threatening. System Theorist plus the cabinet points. Actually, no. Payne played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 miners. Jeez. So Payne is taking the cabinet points. Played 6 wood miners. So what did Payne first pick? Because Agrippina has guild hall and guest room. I'm guessing he first picked 5. Steel Plow is pretty good. Would I take Steel Plow over those other 2 cards? Maybe if you have Primitive Man. Maybe, yeah. I think this is a bit of a sloppy game. Definitely can tell I haven't played very much in a while. I think this is a quite sloppy game by me. And like there's 2 cattle and 3 sheep just sitting on the board. So like some games you're gonna play Nutrition Expert and you're like, I cannot count on getting any animals off the board because some games you just don't get any animals off the board. But this was a game where animals on the board were plentiful, which is interesting. Partially because I don't know. Actually, well, Payne has no wood. So family growth without room and then family growth with room for me are my best moves. So is a 2-point move. That's the next best move. Yeah, it's probably when I sow in stage 3, when I sow 2 grain and a vegetable in stage 3, that needs to be 2 grain, 2 vegetables. If that's 2 grain, 2 vegetables, and we're cooking, right? Because you just run out of vegetables. When you eat 1 vegetable per round, you just run out of them so quickly. With no way of getting them off my... Well, I have fish farm, but no reliable way of getting them off my farm quickly. So in the game like this... Oh, I get 1 more, yeah. And return the bread one. All right. Oof. 37, GG. Or 36, GG. Oh, right. Okay, not that. Yeah, I don't get to grow without and then grow with. Yeah. Whoops. Whoops. Sloppy. Yeah, I think that I've got the pieces here. Um, but the two things that could have gone better. One, I could get something that helps me with Bargain Hunter. Two, I could get Auk in rounds 1 and 2. If I get Auk in rounds 1 and 2, this game is totally different. Or if Family Growth flips in 5. Either I have Building into Grow fall into my lap in 5, or which is like a 33% chance that happens, or I get Auk in 1 and 2. And in both of those cases, this game goes way better for me. But for this one, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Yeah. So I think I did an okay job zigging when the. Well, okay. So there's two things to talk about here. So one, when I don't get the Ox, I think I do an okay job of being like, all right, if you guys are going to give me room parts, I'll just build, right? And then, like, I think I do an okay job zigging there. The problem is, the problem is, and I leave myself round 5. I leave build into grow in 5. Like, I leave that open to me, and then when I don't hit that, I go back to plan A, and plan A does not work. Plan A does not work with the stage 1 that I did. It doesn't work with the one food, one read action, and it needs probably more plows, and it probably needs experience farm to come down. So my stage 1 probably needs to be 3 ox, 3 fields. Well, maybe not 3 fields. 3 ox, 2 fields, and then just a bunch of taking wood and clay. And instead, I was forced to take read a couple times. And what? Did I do a start player action? I did a start player action. But just overall a disaster. So, Payne is the person who grew second in a round 7 growth game. I usually like that seating position. Agrippina had guest room in a round 7 family growth game, which normally should perform very well. Why didn't it? What went wrong for Agrippina? Didn't play very many minors. Master Shepherd's fairly weak. I mean, art director, storehouse steward, now farmer would appreciate more actions. Like, the more actions, the better taking 3 food at the bottom is. Because you're not leaving as much other stuff on the board. Was Mike start player a bunch? Agrippina would start player a good number. First or second a ton. Yeah, so Mike wasn't actually that. Yeah. I'm not sure what went wrong here for Agrippina. Like, Bargaining Groom is a bit weak, I guess, but with System Theorist, maybe it's good. I think the big problem here is, like... No, I shouldn't say big problem. I'm saying I'm surprised that given Guest Room in 5 in a round 7 family growth game that she didn't do better. And with Guildhall, too. I don't know. Built the joinery in a game where there's not a lot of excess wood, maybe? Is that what went wrong? Certainly Steel Plow is phenomenal. Steel Plow is an excellent card. Okay, so I started 4th. So I take 3 wood, because that's what's left to me. I don't have a choice. Second action is food read. So that could have been a plow. So if that action's a plow, that saves me a plow action later in the game to defend experienced farmer. But I wouldn't have got 2 food from it, so I have to consider myself down like 3 food. The read doesn't really matter too much, but I really have to consider myself down 2 read. Or down 3 food. Which, being down 3 food would have been tight. And then I get the small scale farmer out. Round 2, first action. That could have been hill farmer. My second action was take 2 read. So with the 6 action in round 2, I take 2 reads. That could have been... So again, that could have been hill farmer into plow. If it's hill farmer into plow, then I never have any chance at building the first room, right? And then it's Mike building first always. Or potentially Payne, depending. Round 3, I take 3 wood, because again, both occupation actions are gone before it gets to me. Yeah. I think Aqua's just unfortunately really hot here. I don't get my first hill farmer into plow until round 4. Now again, if Family Growth flips in 5, I think I'm in a really good spot here. Family Growth flips in 5, I build grow in 5. Yeah, amazing. Yes, I've turned small scale farmer off, but it was a food for 3 wood, which is adequate. And most importantly, I get to grow in 5. If I would have had round 5 family growth. And then, yes, my hill farmer is only giving me 1 food per action, but still, plowing a food is not a bad move. I would have had to sort out my feeding, but that's probably where the proofing jar would have come in. That I probably would have used the 1 grain action with proofing jar, potentially. Or maybe built an oven. Yeah. But then when Family Goes doesn't flip, this happens. This game happens. That's pretty much what happens when Family Goes doesn't flip in 5. In general, I think taking what your opponents give you is a good line. And what they gave me is, hey, you can have build into grow in 5 if it flips. And then it didn't flip. Yeah. Okay. Uh, Veterinary intern is 3.6. Guess it gives you a 2 food and a stone or 2 food and a read action right away. And if you're using it for 2 food reed stone or 2 food wood stone, that's not bad. That's one animal. Maybe I'm just undervaluing day labor. And I mean, and then your odds are you're going to see one other day labor card in the draft. Yeah, maybe so maybe it's like a really good card that like, and then you play one other day labor card, and then you're very very happy with day labor. Yeah, maybe I undervalue the day labor combo a bit. I think experienced farmer after hill farmer is okay. Knowing that I'm kind of eyeing small scale farmer, and here I'm eyeing pastor, tenant farmer. Yeah, nothing useful for me here. Then I get the nutrition expert, which ended up being bait. I could have had pastor over tenant farmer. Yeah. Okay. That's going to be all for me.